Hello 7.0, just wanted to do a quick video. First of all, good win against maintenance men. So this is kind of an AAR report from the last war that we decided to do in video form. Again, great win. But better yet, I think we did a great job in the cadence of this battle. We had everything below a Town Hall 9 cleaned up within the first, I don't know, couple hours. And then from there on, the Town Hall 9s had a good go at it. Within 12 hours, I think most people had taken their first, if not second, attacks at Town Hall 9, which is great. And at the 14-hour mark, when we should basically have all of that done, we had a couple of bases that weren't cleared, but still that's a much improved cadence over previous tries, and it makes a big difference. It allows our top guys to have a little more time planning, and also, and more importantly, it gives leadership options as far as where we need to take attacks and what we need to do to win. In this case, we beat them primarily through organization. We were just more organized than they were. They spent a lot of time trying to do better and better at attacking our top bases and forgot to do most of our lower bases. So their clear rate on Town Hall 9s was pretty terrible. And, you know, good job, maintenance men. We had a great war. It was fun. But that's one thing they could pay attention to that really helps win wars. And they're a solid clan. I mean, they're level 14 with 320 wins. So it's just kind of a subtle difference in organization, I suppose. And I'm going to go over a couple of attacks here. First, I'm going to do, let's see, my first attack. And in each of these cases, I'm going to be showing a little bit of strategy and things people should be talking about, or thinking about rather, in Town Hall 9. And even Town Hall 10 to a certain degree, but certainly 9 and below. So in this case, what I wanted to show was Queen walk looks like with just an absolute ton of hogs. Able to set a funnel for getting the queen walk going. And what you're looking for in a base like this to do this attack strategy is a way where your queen walk can get the queen and the clan castle with minimal investment. So I'm just bringing a rage and a couple of poisons to get both those targets taken out. And they're the two biggest targets to destroying your hog raid, is the clan castle and the queen. Also, another thing to look for is a way you can carve out a part of the base so that when you deploy your hogs, it's super predictable, right? So now that I've gone ahead and gotten rid of the clan castle and queen, I'm just carving out that left side of the base, setting my king in to get a little bit of work done and get rid of the enemy king, although that's a nice to have, not a must have. And then starting the hog raid. And after this, it's pretty easy to figure out where you need to put your spells and how the hogs are going to pass through the entire base. So I'm doing it surgically. I'm putting hogs wherever I thought there'd be either big bomb spots like there, even though the two big bombs were actually outside of the base. And then moving up and around the base, basically in a counterclockwise motion, to make sure that the hogs get tanked as much as possible. Each successive wave is getting tanked by the wave before it, and making sure your heal spells are down. And so I'll go ahead and fast forward here. You'll notice both heroes are up, cleaning up the trash on the outside. I was able to look at the wizards I brought, but look how many hogs are left after all of that. I mean, if you're able to do this properly, you'll just have, it's a hogpocalypse, I tell you, a hogpocalypse. So next I was going to show an attack that I think everyone at Town Hall 9 needs to know. It's a relatively simple attack, and it works on a wide variety of bases. This is Phaedrus doing a witch slap, and what you're looking for is anything where your kill squad can get into the core, take out some of the key stuff, but moreover a base that's symmetrical enough where you can put witches, 4 witches on one side with 2 healers, 4 witches on the other side with 2 healers, and have them move all the way around the outside of the base while your kill squad, which in this case is just a golem, heroes, and boulders in the clan castle, to move through the core of the base. So you might have to do a little bit of funneling to make sure your witches move in the right direction, or at least choose the best possible spot. And a lot of bases are kind of unlike this, where you want your witches to help setting that funnel. In this case, we wanted to move away from the funnel. And once that's done, they do exactly that. They start walking in the direction that we had anticipated, or he had anticipated rather. And next it's just getting rid of the clan castle, getting those other points cleaned up so that everything can get into the core and start wrecking shop. Clan castle's down. Boulders are doing work. For people that have been a little reticent to use bowlers in their CC, just keep in mind, not only do they have great DPS, but that second bounce, so they're able to clear a lot of space just by the rock hitting the primary target, then hitting whatever behind it, and being really efficient in that, especially when they're raged up. They're just monstrous. So anyway, to keep fast forwarding here, you'll see that the witches are still doing a lot of work. They haven't encountered many problems. The queen is still up and at full health. One of the healers is locked onto her now. And it's just a question of getting through the rest of this base. These attacks look pretty slow, but I've never seen a time issue with one of them. It just works. So again, for Town Hall 9, I think this is one of the better attacks you can use on any symmetrical base. A couple of things to keep in mind is if the AD are out at the sides, that's bad because you don't want your healers dying on your queen or your witches. And be careful of splash damage too, because wizard towers can kind of wreck the party by killing off all the skeletons and then refocusing on your witches. So next I was going to show Shane here. Now this is a cleanup attack, so there's a couple of things I want to point out about this. For one, he watched the replay, so he realized a couple of things about where Teslas are and some of the traps that ended up killing Patrick's raid when he first did it, which was by all means a great Golaloon as well. But what I really want to show here is this funnel. One golem in, a wizard backing it up, clearing that portion of it, wizard then backing up the golem itself to get on that Tesla as quick as possible. But being really patient in how he nestles them in and making sure that the wizards are cleaning out at each corner. So you want to be able to do that, especially if you're using bowlers in your clan castle. That really helps ensure that they don't walk. Second thing I'll point out, he makes sure that it's his golem that pulls out that clan castle. His queen is still kind of working back there on other stuff and starting on the AD. And he sends his king in now. A lot of people lose their king really because they send it in first and they get roasted along with the golem because the clan castle is killing them off. Watch how far keeping that king healthy allows him to get into this base. His heroes are up at full health, both of them. Boulder's still working. He's destroyed, a quarter of this base or more and suffered very little for it. He's done it very economically. Anyway, he gets the loon portion going, loons and hounds. Again, cleanup attack, so he knew where those Teslas were, because that's in fact what ruined Patrick's raid the first time. And then just moving through with nice pathing and getting everything working towards the core and across that base in a counterclockwise way. And again, queen, king, still have great health. But look at how deep that kill squad got in. That's incredibly good. Anyway, start fast forwarding a little bit here. Using haste spells nicely to just get all those point defenses and splash defenses taken down, and now it's just cleanup. And again, his heroes are still helping with cleanup. It's amazing. And that's all just being really efficient with your funnel when you get the kill squad going into the center of the base. So nice 3-star there. And finally I'm going to show one more. This one was interesting because it demonstrates a couple of things. One, there's another way to do a Golaloon other than 2 golems, some wizards, and boulders in the kill squad. In this case, she's running a hound in her CC, so a max hound and then one of her own. 24 balloons, which kind of matches the new meta about loons being pretty OP. And if you're able to funnel them well, even if they're not totally tanked, they can take some losses. But also, she's really economical about her kill squad. Just using a golem and some wizards to make sure that her heroes get in, kill the queen, get rid of that top air defense, and start working towards the core. So, up a little bit, and here comes the loon portion. Getting that first set done with the haste spell, and then a rage spell on the bottom, working everything towards those ADs while cleaning up all the stuff in the perimeter of the base and moving everything towards the core. Again, really nice pathing here. Another set of loons over here. Gets that AD, gets another haste in. Looking to get that expo and that final AD taken out. And if you look just how many loons she has, it's that AD struggled a little bit to go down, but I don't know. There's 8, 9 of them. Even with that Tesla working on them and a sweeper batting against them, it's just too much. It overwhelms the base, and now it's just cleanup. So I hope that gives everyone a couple of good ideas. First of all, again, it's been a great war. But this hopefully will give you some other ideas of attack strategies or ideas that you should use that can address some different issues on different kinds of bases and are just super strong on Town Hall 9 and below. Hopefully next one we'll show some more Town Hall 11 and 10 stuff. But thank you very much. Well done, 7.0. Looking forward to the next one.